As of today, Earth remains the only known planet in our vast universe that harbors life. Yet our scientists maintain their search for signs of life elsewhere. The universe boasts more stars than there are grains of sand on Earth, and nearly every star harbors its own set of planets. With this in mind, is it really plausible to believe that Earth is the lone inhabited world? Researchers have uncovered some astonishing worlds where life could potentially exist. Join us now on an extraordinary journey to explore some of the most captivating exoplanets that have been discovered. These are worlds where not only life may flourish, but could also potentially be suitable, habitable worlds for humans. Our first destination takes us to an exoplanet hailed as a prime contender that could potentially sustain life. This is a colossal, rocky world, twice the size of Earth, nestled comfortably within the habitable zone of its star. Here, the conditions are ideal for the existence of liquid water, a vital ingredient for life as we know it. Picture a planet so vast that it would take over 100 hours to fly between continents. Imagine the enormous land masses, providing ample room for life to thrive, unlike anything we've witnessed on Earth. This celestial body orbits a unique type of star, an orange dwarf. These stars are slightly smaller than our Sun, but boast far greater stability and can endure for up to a staggering 70 billion years. Our Sun, by comparison, is a yellow dwarf that will only grace us with its warmth for another 10 billion years. We are currently halfway through its lifespan, and in about 5 billion years, our Sun will expand, turning into a red giant star, engulfing Earth in its fiery grasp. Although KOI 571501 sounds idyllic, it resides an unfathomable distance away, 3,000 light-years to be precise. To put it into perspective, even if we embarked on a voyage to the planet today, it would take over 100,000 years to reach our destination. Perhaps one day we will devise a swifter means of transportation, but for now, we can only dream of the life forms that may flourish there. Perhaps we should shift our focus to something closer to home. Merely 39 light-years away, we encounter another potential super-habitable zone, a system housing 7 Earth-sized planets clustered around their star, with 3 of them orbiting within the Goldilocks habitable zone. Welcome to the TRAPPIST-1 system. Initially discovered in 2017, many astronomers have dedicated themselves to unraveling the mysteries of this system, hoping to uncover signs of life. One of the ingenious techniques they have used involves monitoring the slight dimming of the star's brightness as each planet passes between us and the star, a method known as the transit method. These planets far surpass Earth in age, granting life there a head start by at least 3 billion years. Among these captivating worlds, TRAPPIST-1e, the 4th planet from its star, holds a particular intrigue. Slightly smaller than Earth, it boasts the right conditions for water to exist, and it may even possess a thick oxygen atmosphere that may surpass the Earth's in terms of its suitability for life. However, let's be clear, this system differs vastly from our own. These planets orbit a red dwarf star comparable in size to Jupiter. This star's cooler nature means that the planets are in closer proximity, so much so that the entire solar system could easily fit within Mercury's orbit around our Sun. This proximity gives rise to potential challenges. It is believed that the planets may be tidally locked to their star, with one side perpetually scorched and the other frozen. Under optimal circumstances, a narrow strip of land along the planet's terminator, the line dividing day and night, may provide the conditions necessary for life to thrive. Yet, what is perhaps most fascinating about these worlds is envisioning what life would truly be like on these planets. They orbit in such close proximity to each other that you could gaze skyward and witness these colossal worlds gliding alongside you. Traveling from one planet to another could be akin to crossing international borders, where vacations could be spent on adjacent planets. And with this system's proximity of just 39 light-years, who's to say this couldn't someday become a reality for humanity? Next up is Kepler 452b, a world often dubbed Earth 2.0. This planet exhibits striking similarities to our own. It circles a sun-like star every 384 days, just 5% longer than our own year. This means every month would consist of precisely 32 days. Despite these similarities, Kepler 452b is much bigger than the Earth, roughly 50% larger, with more land mass, expansive continents, and potentially more water. Kepler 452b appears to be the sole planet in its system, devoid of the gas giants that reside in ours. This is significant because recent simulations have suggested that our Earth would experience 3.5 times fewer asteroid strikes if our solar systems lacked our gas giants. So, since Kepler 452b stands alone, the perils of asteroid collisions are vastly reduced. So far, so good, right? Well, unfortunately, there are a few downsides with this planet. The first is gravity. Despite its relatively modest size increase, it boasts 5 times the mass of Earth, resulting in twice the amount of gravity we experience here on Earth. This means everyone would carry twice their weight on the surface. In addition, its star is slightly older than our own, and as sun-like stars age, they tend to become more energetic. Consequently, the planet may receive high radiation, causing it to gradually warm and potentially trigger a runaway greenhouse effect. This catastrophic scenario would render Kepler 452b more akin to Venus than Earth, extinguishing all life in its wake. And then we have the distant constellation of Cygnus, 600 light-years from Earth. Within this constellation lies Kepler 22b, one of the most enigmatic super-Earths ever discovered that has had astronomers attempting to decipher its secrets for years. This remarkable planet dwells comfortably within the habitable zone, and our best observations indicate a true water world, akin to Miller's planet from the film Interstellar. Its rocky core lies beneath colossal oceans that plunge hundreds of kilometers deep. It is believed that within these unfathomable depths, life may have evolved. Researchers have found that this exoplanet could have an average surface temperature of about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15.5 degrees Celsius. Interestingly, because of a radical tilt in the planet's axis, its north and south poles would be alternately bathed in sunlight and darkness for half a year each as it orbits its star. These exoplanets present captivating prospects for life beyond our blue planet. However, we must recognize that our knowledge regarding their atmospheres, compositions, and capacity to sustain life remains limited. Further research and exploration are needed to uncover the existence of life in these faraway worlds, as well as their potential to be a place for humans to reside. Our quest to understand the universe and our place within it continues, propelled by the wonder and curiosity that define us as human beings.